Are you a distance runner that is sick and tired of having your batteries drain halfway through your run? Are you sick of having to circle back when you drop your AirPod out when you're in the middle of a run? Again, I hate these distractions when I am running, and that's what I am talking about today. I'm going to talk to you about my headphones that I found that actually solved all of those problems. They have amazing battery life. They're weather resistant. They have a little clip that, clips on so that way you don't lose them. I'm going to share with you my 1 year long, actually it's been over a year long review of the Tarah Pro headphones from Jaybird. Let's get started. Hey guys, TJ Houston here from Fit for the Road. If this is the first time that you're here, welcome. Well, I would shake your hand, but two reasons I can't. Number one, we are in Corona season, so we're making sure that we keep our hands away from one another, and also it's video. So let's do a virtual high five. Give me a little. Perfect. Okay. Welcome, welcome, welcome. And if you are coming back, thanks for coming back. It really means the world to me that you are coming back to the channel to check out what I have to say, check out my reviews, check out all that fun stuff. So what I do here on the channel is I talk about fitness tech, but I also talk about my journey. So you might find a video on my channel about some Weight Watcher stuff or the Whole30. It's really just overall health and wellness, but I can tell you, being a tech guy, there's going to be a heavy focus on the tech side. And that's what we're talking about today. A piece of tech that I don't go anywhere without. Over the last 2 years, I've traveled around 200 days a year, and these were with me every single step of the way because I am a distance runner. I just started, last season I started marathon training, and I need these tools in order for me to have a good run, an enjoyable run, but overall I just want to be comfortable, and that's what we're talking about today. We're talking about the Tarah Pros from Jaybird, and these headphones are great because they are really comfortable in your ears. They are app controlled. They have a really long battery life. So in this video, I'm going to share the things that I like, the things that I wish they would improve on, and just overall my views over the last year and a half with these headphones. Let's get started with price. So the first thing, when you're looking at the gamut of headphones, and now mind you, there are a lot of headphones on the market, you have to figure out what's important for you. So at the time when I purchased these, there were a couple things that were important to me. Number one, I needed headphones that I wouldn't lose. That's really important. There was times on my run I was using the AirPods and they would fall out of my ear and I'd have to circle back and go find them. And that just, I don't need that on my run. I don't need that extra stress. So what I was looking for was headphones that were secure. So that could have been, over the ear, or like the Jaybird, they have this little clip that actually clips right on the back of your shirt. Or if I know that I'm going to be running without a shirt, then I'll just clip it to the top of my hat. So that way, if one of them falls out for some reason, I don't even have to think about it. I know it's going to be there. I can put it right in. So, you have to figure out what is most important to you. And then from there, you're going to find this price range of several different headphones. And for me, these headphones are a little pricey, I guess. They're about $159, and you can buy them on Amazon. I got mine from Best Buy, and I don't think that price is too crazy, especially because I'm doing this video over a year later, and they're still working just as well as they did on day one. Again, I can't speak highly enough for these headphones. So write down what's important for you, and then you're going to find the price gamut, and you have to find what price you're willing to pay. Number two is about these headphones is the app controlled interface. And when I say that, I really want to point out that this whole company is based around kind of a runner first mindset, or not really runner necessarily, but athlete first and athlete focused. There are headphones out there that are going to be great for conference calls. They're going to be great for, really hi-fi, high-end audio. These weren't necessarily made for that. Will it do those things? Yes, absolutely. They actually just put out a firmware update where it does better in conference calls. But again, these are made to put in, set it, forget it, and go focus on your run. So what are some of those features? Well, one is that app that I was just talking about. They're app controlled, so you can go in there and dial exactly how these headphones sound. So you can go in and find other runners and try their sound profiles, or you can go in there and build your own. So I went in and built one built one for spoken word. So if I'm listening to a podcast or an audiobook, I can use my own customized setting, or I can click on theirs. So if you actually go into the app, you can actually find different presets that you can just load right in. And I do urge you to do that, because it's going to be, all of our ears are different, and the music that's created, is going to sound totally different with these different equalizers or these different presets. So I would urge you to do that as well. Another feature in the app that I really like is the fact that it has this music tab where you can go through and find other runners' playlists. And if you run even a couple times a week, there's a chance that you're probably going to get kind of bored with your playlist. And that's where I found some of these playlists were actually, similar to the genre that I enjoyed, but they were mixed up a little bit differently, and they kept me inspired throughout my run. I wasn't hearing those kind of same songs over and over again. And again, there's different themes in there. There's different, more there. They have like a runner team, if you will, or a sponsored like athlete team. So they have some of their stuff in there. But again, it connects right to Spotify. So you can find a playlist in there and like it, and then it's just going to be saved in your Spotify. So that way you can download it for offline use. Again, a super slick interface. The app is super dependable. Another thing I wanted to mention is the app is where you can do firmware updates. So actually, when I connected it for the video, there was a firmware update that was available for, I believe it was conference call settings. And it increased how, I guess there was an issue, so it kind of fixed that issue in conference calls. And for me, it's super important that the technology I buy is updatable. As they find these little bugs, they're able to just apply a little change to the software and make it better. And they can also add features to the headphones that aren't there on day one. So again, this is all done in-app. Simply, once you have them connected, it'll reach out, it'll say, hey, you have an update available, and it'll allow you to, pop those over. Another thing that's really neat is the fact that it has the Find My Headphones option. So if for some reason you can't find them, or you misplace them, you can go into the app, go into the Find My Headphones tab, and then if you click on the location, you can use either Apple Maps or Google Maps in order to find them. So it'll like literally give you walking directions to your headphones, which is awesome. And again, this is based on the last time that they have, that they were connected. It's not like the headphones have GPS built in. Another thing you can do in the app is you can actually control what the different buttons do on the headphones. You'll notice that on my right side, again, you can flip-flop these, so it's on the left side, but on my right-hand side, you'll see the little volume plus, volume minus, and then a center button. And in the app, you can control, what that center button does. So for me, I have it double tap to kick on my assistant. So in this case, Siri. So when I double tap on it, I can, send a text message to my wife that I'll be home soon, or I can make a phone call. Really, anything that Siri is able to do, you're able to do that through the headphones. And that's done by going into the app, going to the settings, and controlling what that button does. So the app controlled is really, really awesome. And finally, I would say, my two biggest features for these headphones are the hardware itself. So it has a really long battery life, so over 14 hours. And when I was looking at headphones, I knew that I was going to run the distance of a marathon. So I took my mile time, which I was training for, which was a 10-minute mile. I know it's kind of slow. And then I times that by the 26 miles. So about 4.5 to 5 hours is what I was looking for. So this goes way past that, which is nice, especially if you're doing back-to-back runs. Like I have to charge these maybe once a week, maybe once every other week, depending on the length of the runs that I do or the workouts that I do. So these batteries last forever. And the chargers, it's small, it just magnetic connects. So even if you have to, throw it on the charger, there's been times where I think, halfway to the gym, I'm like, oh, I got to charge my headphones. And I just plug them in right to the car. And by the time I get there, I have plenty of juice. And then the other thing is these are weatherproof or weather resistant. I believe it's IPX7 resistant. So there was times when, I was out on a run and I got caught in a rainstorm and I was using the AirPods, and, I can't say that anything bad would happen, but I don't want electronic devices in my ear when they're not, rated for that kind of use. And also sweat. I mean, we do sweat, and especially on the hot summer days here in Ohio, I was getting a lot of sweat. So that's where, I was looking for headphones that, had a little bit of weather resistance. So if I was out and it started raining, I wouldn't have to worry about, and also I didn't have to worry about kind of the sweat coming in. So what are my three #1 features? What are the three things that I like? Again, all of my reviews have three things I like and three things that, you know, I think they should improve on or could improve on. So the first thing that I really like is the weather sealing. That is my favorite. I don't have to worry about them. They are ruggedized. Again, I roll them up in a ball. They go into my gym bag. The rugged feeling, it's a braid around the actual headphone cable itself. It's braided. So again, I don't have to worry about, you know, being careful with these headphones. I can just pop them. I can ball them up. I don't have to worry about it. #2 would be the battery life. I love how long the battery life lasts in these headphones. I don't have to worry about going out and being halfway through a run and then worrying about them dying. I don't have to worry about that. It's super, the battery life is super long. And again, I don't have to worry about or think about if I'm gonna be able to make it through the run. And finally, just the overall comfort, you know, the comfortability of them in your ears. They stay in your ears really well. There are other headphones that I tried that they would suction, and then when I would bounce, they would make weird sounds in my ears, and that's super annoying during a run. These have three different, I don't know what you'd call them, like tips that go on the AirPod or the earphones when they go in your ear, so you can measure kind of to your ear and find the ones that are most comfortable. So what are three things that I don't like about these headphones? And this was super hard. I have to tell you guys, this was really, really hard for me to come up with these things because I do absolutely love these headphones. The easy one is price. I mean, everything can always hopefully be cheaper, right? But honestly, the quality matches these really well to that price. But if they could bring the price down so more people could find these headphones and enjoy them, that would be awesome. The second thing, I wish there was a longer cable for the charger. Again, you know, I understand it's meant to be small so that way it can go in the little pouch, but I wish it was a little bit longer, especially when it's like next to my bed. You know, I need a little bit longer cable in order to charge it. And then the third thing, and I really had to like dig deep for this, but I wish that I could just say, hey, assistant, insert assistant here, and then it would just do what I need. So, you know, while I'm on my run, I have all these like different ideas and things that I want to try. I wish that I could just talk to the assistant and have them saved in my, you know, in my to-do list or in my reminders without having to press that button every time. So those are the three things I like and three things that I don't like. Would I recommend these to a runner? Absolutely. Would I recommend these for a biker? Absolutely. These are by far my favorite headphones, and I've used them. And for me to hold on to tech for, you know, even over 6 months is a big deal, but going on, you know, 18 months with these, huge deal. These things are worth every single penny, and I would have no problem, referring these to anybody. If you have absolutely any questions or suggestions for the channel, and just reach out to me. Put it in the comments, shoot me an email. I am available for you guys. Thank you very much for watching, and I hope you have an awesome week. We'll see you.